Okay, y'all, here we go. I'm here. I'm here. Like I said, just give me a second. Hold on here. All right, got a few of y'all in here already. He said Darby said he actually made it on time. Hey, that's how it is sometimes, you know. Ernest in here is I said that punctuality. Yeah, the punctuality. Hey, may be off, but the one thing I will bring you some facts though to back up what I'm saying. But yeah, sometimes we just be running late. Darby said everybody agrees that Valentina is the GOAT, right? I'm not gonna be into that talk anytime soon. I mean, I know why you saying that. I know why you saying that, Darby, so it doesn't get started again. So for the sake of the chat, yeah, we'll agree. Just for the sake of the chat, I mean, me personally, I'm gonna say Amanda Nunes holds that title, but for the sake of the chat in this show for today, unless I feel like stirring the pot, which I don't right now, because I want to keep it moving. We'll say, we'll say Shevchenko, Marcus Bell in the building. What's going on? Yeah, we'll we'll keep it at that. But yeah, I got about 6 people. Make sure y'all hit that like button before we get going here. We start here at the 3 minute mark. I just want to pull up something here I want to talk about. All right, here we go. Let me type this thing in. I'll pull this article up here. Then we'll get started. All right, so yeah, man. The Saturday card, card yesterday wasn't too bad. Still doesn't match up to the previous Saturday, in my opinion. That was a banger. I'm still thinking about that card, the Jamal Hill and Thiago Santos card. But overall, I think we had some decent fights on here. All the WMMA fights took place. Nobody pulled out, right? Everybody, well, at the last minute, you know what I mean? There was no last minute pullouts because Arujo Grasso didn't happen. Ladd and McMahon got canceled. So, I mean, after the fact, those two canceled. Since those two canceled, everybody else showed up. All right. But, well, I still got a few of y'all in here. The one fight I want to just get out the way. Let's go ahead and get it out the way and talk about it because it didn't really turn out to be much. Is this Nina Asroff and Cynthia Calvillo fight? I don't think a lot of people expected fireworks or great deal of action. Um, After the fight, of course, Nina chose to retire, which I think it was evident she was going to. I mean, as far as her performance, I'm glad that she did choose to retire because Nina and Calvillo, with that performance they had Saturday, they are not going to. Well, they wouldn't. Nina wouldn't fare any better or make her way to the top in the flyweight division. I mean, maybe the performance was affected by her choice of retirement. I don't know, but because she did say she felt strong and she felt good at this weight before the fight. So my thing is, okay, well, maybe we'll see a Nina that's going to go in there and explode. But, her performance wasn't captivating. Neither was Cynthia. Cynthia didn't really go all out in this fight. She didn't really show that grittiness like we used to see, her early days. Turning more into a striker than a boxer. I mean, more into a striker than a wrestler or grappler now. So I don't know, man. Like, what's next for her? But yeah, Nina made the right choice because flyweight. it's not a good time for her to try to fight these type of slow pace fights where you ain't really going to dictate the pace and get respect early, you know. In Calvillo, this is 4 in a row for her. You know, I know a couple months back she was talking about moving back down the straw weight. Maybe that was been her best bet, to just take her time and try to get her weight down to 115, because she's still not performing and hasn't made any good changes here, you know? Because let's see, that's 4 in a row, right? Because she lost to Caitlin Andrade, Andrea Lee, and them some hard losses. And this fight was a split decision. You know, some people can argue Cynthia won, but still, if she can't beat Cynthia, I mean, if she can't beat Nina at this weight, why? You know, Ernest says she got to find a new job. Yeah, you got to go in there and you got to go in there and perform. And if you don't, I mean, you really shouldn't be fighting, because you're putting your life on the line every day. If you can't, you know, get it, if you can't rise to the occasion, right? Yeah, Mark said Calvillo haven't gotten her swagger back in a while. Yeah, her swagger been gone since the Marina Rodriguez fight. Really, even that was a draw, but that was like 3 years ago. Last fight she won was Jessica I. You know, she came in looking hard in that fight. You know, took on Jessica I, experience, big flyweight. But it's almost like after that C19 deal, she kind of started losing the step. Maybe it was that. Maybe it was a C19. And if she can't recover from that, it might be wise, you know, if she does hang it up, just for that sake. I don't know, though. It could be that, right? Because, yeah, she hasn't looked the same since that. Because I remember she had it back in October 2020. Then when she came back against Caitlin Kagan, you know, she didn't look like the same fighter. So it could be that. I don't know. Let me go back up here. Oh, okay. Darby had asked, who had the worst plan? Godinez, a wrestler striking with Hill, Muay Thai fighter, or Lipsky slugging it out with Cachoeira? Good question. I would say Lipsky. I'd say Lipsky probably had the worst game plan, because you see what it cost her, right? See, for Godinez, she had 3 rounds to change, dealing with a fighter like Angela Hill. But when you dealing with Cachoeira, there's no room for error, right? So yeah, Lipsky definitely had the worst game plan, and it showed, because she didn't last a round. Again, Loopy had 3 rounds to work, 3 rounds to get takedowns. Never happened, right? She actually got taken down by Angela Hill, but Lipsky, got to stick to your game plan and your skill early until you can stop Cachoeira, or stick with it for the 3 rounds that she lasts. But if you don't, yep, well, you saw it. You saw what happened. So yeah, worst game plan was Lipsky. For sure. Yeah. Straight, what's going on? Wild Tiger, what's up? Let me see. Yeah. So Calvillo, to me, she lost that swagger back in 2020, and I don't know if she'll ever get it back, man. So we'll see. Maybe if she goes back down 115, we'll see where she can fit in. But even 115 is scary right now. You know, 115 is just still a monster of a division. So I don't know. You know, a lot needs to change for Calvillo, you know, and I don't really say a lot of people need to turn back around, but yeah, she's one fighter that needs to resort to her old ways. Yeah, if Calvillo resorted to her old ways, she be that wrestler again, that grappler. But hey, no, don't want to do that. Want to go that way? She's striking more, right? Um, yeah, Nina. Yeah, she's done. Yeah, she's done. I don't think her mom's really been in fighting because since all the way back to Suarez, she was having kids. Had a kid, and her mindset just hasn't been on getting back to 115 or 125, right? So hey, not much of a loss at this point with Nina leaving. I mean, there's a lot of fighters on the come up now anyway. 125 has a lot of prospects, potentials. So yeah, just go from there. You know, we don't need to see anybody stay in here and get hurt, right? Ernest said Brianna Bull was supposed to fight Cavill on 115 in July. Basically said Cynthia punked out. Yeah, I heard about that. Was it that or was it I know Brianna pulled out like out of 2 fights. She pulled out of the Jessica what is it? Jessica Benet fight. Then she pulled out of this one too, right? Or Cynthia pulled out. Or it must have been Cynthia because Cynthia wanted to go back to 125. You know? Yep. Mark said Cynthia might have lost her swagger. One thing for sure, she's beat Jillian Robertson. Oh yeah. Did she beat Jillian Robertson and Montana? Yeah, she wailed on oh no, I'm thinking of Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern beat Montana Del Rosa. But yeah, she sure did. Yeah, she should. No, she beat both of them. Yeah, Jillian. Yeah. Cynthia Calvillo actually stopped Montana Del Rosa. She beat both of them back to back. Yeah, that's right. She beat them both. She sure did. She beat my girl JoJo too. So yeah, early on in her career, she was something. She beat ABC. She beat Amanda Bobby Cooper, Pearl Gonzalez. All this was at 115. Poliana Mateo, Courtney Casey. Had a good fight with Marina Rodriguez, and all of a sudden she just lost it. Like close fight with Carlos Esparza. I think it might have been a C19 though. That and bad game plan change. Yeah, J Ball said she couldn't make the weight. Yeah, so she went back to 125 for this fight. But she's talking about going back down again. She said it was still open to it. Yeah, I think it had something to do with C19 because even after the Carla fight, she still looked pretty gritty to me. She was taking Maria Rodriguez down. Some people think she won. She beat Poliana Mateo. I think her wanting to be more of a striker is where she kind of messed up to me. That's where the hiccup came in. Todd, what's up? He said, great show today. He said Nina retired at the perfect time. She can't hang with the elite in the division. No, I don't think she can either, man. Not right now. Ernest said Cynthia never refuted Brianna's claim of ducking either. Oh wow. Yeah, well, Tiger, hopefully there'll be more women in the UFC. Yeah, there's definitely, a new bunch they've been signing. They've been adding more. But yeah, enough about Cynthia and Nina. Nina's out of there. Cynthia, if she want to take a crack at 115 again, we'll see. Let's go to this good matchup that we were just starting to discuss here. Cynthia Carla had a whole fight in the club back in the summer 2017. They had a whole fight in the club at Jones Cormier 2 back in. Did they? What do you mean they fought? They fought outside of the cage? Did I miss that? Got into a street fight? Anyways, Loopy, Angela Hill. Let's talk about this fight. Loopy and Angela Hill. Okay. I only one person I think really called it in here, and that was Colton. Colton called it like 2 days ago. Yeah, Friday. Colton in the chat, he called this fight. He said he thinks Angela Hill's going to win this fight because he said that Lupi hasn't fought this level of an experienced fighter yet. And he was right. He was right. That's why I say, MMA math never does add up. And where Lemos kind of looked average against Angela Hill, Lupi looked really bad against Angela Hill. Like, compared to her, like, I won't say she was awful, but Lemos looked better to me. Lemos did look better than Lupi. I know Lupi got more shots off, but Lupi was getting touched up, beat up at times. She got taken down by Angela Hill. All right, now we talking about the wrestler. The wrestler got taken down by a Muay Thai fighter that doesn't really get takedowns like that. Right? So, yeah, in a way, she definitely did look worse than Lemos, because I thought Lemos won, but Lupi, no, she didn't win this fight. You could argue for me 30-27. I'll argue 30-27. I thought she won all 3 rounds. Lupi had one really good moment to me where she rocked her. While like I said, people are upset. Hill won. Are they? Wow. I ain't upset. I'm actually glad she did something right this time. You know what I mean? Like, she actually let her hands go. She was actually committed to, putting combinations together and using her doggone jab. You taller than this fighter, stick the jab in her face. Lupi's not one to move her head anyway. So all you got to do is stick that jab out. You can paint her face all day. And she painted her up, man. Like, jabs, head kicks, right hands. I like it. Even though I did pick Lupi, I ain't really have like a dog in this race. Like, I was really going for anybody like I'm that big a fan of. So I said, when I saw Angela Hill turn this up, I was like, oh, okay, I like this. Because it's the style I said she needed to do. I've been saying that. I think Angela Hill needed to be a combination puncher, a point fighter. She needs to put combinations together and use that herky-jerky movement. Turn her punches over a little bit more, and she can do this type of damage. Because at times it looked like she almost stunned Lupi a couple times. Body kicks, head kicks, a couple of her right hands kind of stunned Lupi. Not really like had her out, but she did stun her up a little bit. J Ball said, I think we forget Angela Hill is actually a good veteran because of her post-fight antics and record. But Angela Hill is a good fighter and will probably be a champion in a different organization. I'll say she's okay. She's a good fighter. It's hard to say like a good fighter. Like I'll say she can hold her own. Like, because when I say good, you're talking about some of the mid-rank fighters. Mid-rank is like good to me. But when you can't be mentally in a fight all the time, you always fall short, and you don't correct the mistakes you make. It's hard to say you're a good fighter. Yes, you'll be. She did win the Invicta belt. Yeah, so she could win in a lower organization. So that tells you that she's about an average fighter, really, right? She'd be an average fighter. Because if she was good, I think she would be ranked number 7 or 8 right now. And she'd be more of a threat. But remember, she just beat a fighter, like Colton said, that doesn't have the experience, right? She hadn't fought anybody on this level. So I can't really say good. I say she's average. Because when you don't show up, when you can't figure out when Angela Hill can't figure out how to beat Tisha Torres a second time, I can't really say, oh man, she's really good, Well, no, to me, Average is champion in another organization because remember, all those fighters are still on the come up. Like sometimes you have somebody that stands out. Hey, Ariane Lipsky was a champion in the other organization. Would you call her good though? Right? She was a KSW flyweight champion. Jin Yoon Kim was a bantamweight champion. Huh? Jin Yoon Kim, she was a bantamweight champion in another organization, but you really can't call them good. Average, yeah. Because remember, them lower organizations, that's where you start off at. That's your real test is when you get to the UFC, for the most part, right? But yeah, your average can be, low ranked or on your way out the door to me, right? So yeah, you can be ranked as an average fighter, like 14, 15, but eventually, when a better fighter comes from another organization, they'll get you out of there. You know, so I mean, I like Angela. That's why I'm harsh on her. I be talking about the things that she needs to come up with, like. And if I thought she was a really good fighter, I wouldn't have to do that. Like I would have to say, okay, if she's not really a power puncher, commit the combinations like she did Saturday night, right? Yeah, Darby said Hill ain't beating Angela Lee in ONE FC. No, I don't see that. J-Ball said true, but those low level organizations, Lipsky could never hold the belt in Invicta belt. Let me think. It would depend. It would depend because, and I'm not just saying that to debate that, but I'm just saying it. I think Lipsky could because she did beat a level of a Mandy Bohm. I think Mandy Bohm could win in some other organizations, but I think if Lipsky fought certain level of competition in Invictus, she could get a belt, though. Because like I said, it would depend on the veterans too in Invicta at the time. So I think she'd have enough skills to carry herself there. I don't really want to just tear her down after this Cachoeira loss because that weight wasn't right for her. But Loopy, going back to Loopy, I think Loopy just needed. I wanted to say this before I forget. She needed this wake up call to find out where she is, and Angela Hill did that. Angela Hill, this version of Angela Hill, I would call good if she continued to do this and be consistent with it. Because she looked physically strong. I mean, don't forget, this was a catch weight too. Maybe it was the weight. A lot of things pop up in my mind here, because you don't have that rough weight cut. 120 might have helped Angela Hill out with the gas tank and so on. And she looked good. I like how she mixed up the head kicks, combination punching. Loopy, on the other hand, I wanted to say I like her boxing, but it wasn't going to stand a chance against Angela Hill. She's a bit too. She's a more of an offensive boxer, right? Offensive boxer to me, meaning that more come forward, can't really fight off the back foot, doesn't really move her head. Knows how to set up punches and knows how to feint, knows how to throw and turn over good punches, but the slickness, I think she lacks some of the technical skills you see in boxing, the feints and the slips and so on. But here, the minute she started getting pieced up, it started slowing Loopy down. Like, I don't want to make an excuse for Loopy, like Loopy to me came in with the advantage to me with the weight. I can't say there was an excuse for her, I'm talking about that over BJ's live stream as well. Loopy was the fighter she was. She's fought at flyweight before. And it should have been on her to use her strength, the wrestling, right? J-Ball said the weight would have helped Loopy more. If anything, she's bigger and stronger than Angela. Yeah, she is. That it would have been better if she wrestled, right? It would have been better if she wrestled, but like physically, yeah, physically, the weight would have helped Loopy. But I think the way Angela Hill used it, as far as helping her stamina out and so on, it benefited her in that manner. So it should have been on Loopy to be physical, close the distance, jab her way in, and keep pushing the fight till she could get it to the ground. I mean, Angela Hill, she got an applause from me when I saw her get that takedown in the second round and almost got the back of Loopy. I was like, oh snap, Angela Hill about to submit Loopy here. What's up, Orbit? Yasmin over Loopy. Gary Baldwin said that. Oh yeah. If you hear me talk about Yasmin Haurigi, definitely gonna say that. Yeah. I like her style. Australia, he has said he'll stun early in the last two fights. That chin's got a crack before long. She called out Carolina before. Madison Square Garden might be okay. Yeah, that's a good fight for her. That's a good fight. I would pick Angela Hill to win that one, though. Yeah, she got stunned. Who else stunned her? Amanda Lemos, right? Yeah, Amanda Lemos did stun her. Yeah, she got a good chin, though. Tough, Let me ask you this, J-Ball, while we here. What was I going to ask about? What about you, J-Ball? Do you think Loopy was exposed at a certain level? Do you think she was exposed to a certain extent? Australia said Loopy didn't just handle the intensity at that level, but she'll learn to be better next time. Okay. Gary says, should Loopy be versus Yasmin be next? That's not a bad idea. I mean, her combinations are, fluid. They're fierce too. Let's see. Yasmin Haurigi versus Loopy. Where they're pushing her now too, yeah. Why not? Sink said, yo, what's going on? Isama said apparently she isn't stronger than Hill. Hill was controlling clinch. Yeah, she was, right? Controlling the clinch. Like I said, getting the takedown. Sink said, Loopy has shown to be weaker at flyweight against Luana. Darby said Loopy didn't even try for takedowns, maybe one. What's with that? Right. She was just like trying to stand with her. And with her being, more of a wrestler, you would think she would push the fight to the ground. Okay, J-Ball said, no, I don't think Loopy was exposed. I just think Angela Hill was on another level that night. What about defense-wise? Like, I still think she was exposed defense-wise. But I got a video I'm just talking about that, but I think she was defense-wise because, well, I think that was exposed back when she fought Vanessa Demopoulos, actually. Yeah. Because, she was winning that fight with Demopoulos, but somewhere around like round 3 or 4, she started getting pieced up. Yeah, she's never really had good defense. Yeah. Both with short notice fights, too. Yeah. Yep. Wild Tigers, I see women's flyweight is getting lit. It's a lot of women pulling up at flyweight. I guess most of the ladies. Yeah. Some of them ones that just can't kill themselves to make 115. Right. When they can't make 115, it's the best place for them. Yeah, but yeah, Loopy I think of as like a offensive boxer, and she was able to win against Demopoulos a couple of years ago. But eventually I knew that, yeah, somebody comes along with the right jab, she just can't keep punching through a fight with blood pouring and so on. Like when she fights a level of a striker that can pump that jab out in her face and just her head stay on the line, and boom, boom, boom. Eventually, she gonna get pieced up and lose, right? Her power can't carry her through. Her lack of head movement can't carry her through. And Angela Hill, to me, exposed that, right? Because yeah, she can make it through with her wheel in some fights, but in this one, Hill just gave some, like you said earlier, gave some good feints too, man. I liked how she was moving this time, and with them stutter steps and them step in knees she was doing. I want Lupi versus Pinheiro. Lupi gets sloppy. She goes sleep from Pinheiro's power. Yeah, Pinheiro's got some power, but she kind of lacks technique the way she throws. How do y'all think about that fight? Lupi versus Pinheiro. Not a bad match. Pinheiro's what, number 15 now? I wonder if Lupi put too much into trying to get Angie out in round one because she slowed significantly towards the end of the round. Yeah, that's why I argue that. To me, I think even though Hill got hurt in the first round, I thought she came back and won. I thought she came back and won the first round. She started getting hit with combinations, and Lupi was probably turning big shots over and wearing herself down. Like her mind frame changed when Hill recovered and started clinching her and pushing her a little bit. And then when she seen Hill staying in her face, I think she was like, "Oh man, I can't hurt her." Right? Yeah, I did. Like, yeah, I had it 30-27. I ain't gonna lie. Angela Hill won 30-27. People didn't want to hear me say that. I said, "Hey, I picked Lupi, but hey, I'm wrong. I don't care. I like a good fight, and if somebody, like I said, can prove me wrong, hey, I mean they doing something right." Angela Hill went to work in this fight. I like this style of Angela Hill. At 30-27, yeah, 30-27. Can she continue to fight like this though? At 37 years old. But what you think, Jay? Marcus Bell? Like, do you think she can continue Australia? Ernest, like, do you think Angela Hill can keep this up at 37? And does she continue to stay at this spot, or can she get like to top 10? Because of course, the style has to match up. She got to have that strength against these fighters. This really, really heavy in the grappling that will try to take her down. But you know what? Verna already had success. I don't know if this was the same version of that Angela Hill. Why do y'all think Angela Hill this night was better? Well, yeah, Gary Ball said Verna is a better wrestler than Lupi, apparently. Yeah, she's bigger too and knows how to use her frame. Oh, hang on. Here we go. Yeah, he said Angela is making steady progress, so no reason to think she couldn't. Yeah, never say never, right? Because what I saw, me being honest, I was like, yeah, I was impressed. I was impressed with her, especially when I was thinking, Lupi had that style that was going to keep her down. He said she's making progress by an inch. Yeah, Hill's going to be a prospect gatekeeper for ladies trying to get into the top 10. Straya says she can keep going for a while until her chin cracks. J-Ball said, no, she's not a better wrestler. Oh, probably better grappler. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because Lupi's still, Lupi, you go back and look at her fight. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, she's a better wrestler. But yeah, Verna, you don't really see with that type of approach. She ain't wrestling, she's actually grappling with you. Ernest said he wants Rose versus Hill too. Hey, why not, right? We got Peter Yan and O'Malley, right? Yan and O'Malley, and there's like a what? 11 spot difference between them two. Why not, right? Yeah, Peter Yan and freaking O'Malley. Like 10 spots, 11 spots off. So if Angela Hill asked for Rose, why not, right? But she got to get a winning streak together too, though. I remember that fight, man. She got put to sleep. But yeah, Verna, yeah, is a good grappler. Yeah, definitely got to say that. She's a good grappler, but like her level of wrestling is not like Loopy. Loopy just had poor execution, right? Gary Ball said, "How do y'all think Lucindo versus Loopy goes?" Ooh, that's gonna be a banger right there. Lucinda was really a 20-year-old. That girl is vicious, man. She stunned my girl Harigi a couple of times, but she hung in there. Zama said Verna has better timing on her takedowns. Very tricky. That's true. That's true. Yeah, she can get takedowns, unlike Loopy. No, I'm just joking. Loopy just was not executed. See, Verna, her mind is on takedowns. Loopy, knowing that she's a wrestler, that's where her mind should have been focused on is getting takedowns. See, Verna will strike with you a little bit, or sometimes she will strike as long as it's working, but she always has it in her mind to get these fighters down. Mark said Hill versus Loopy fight reminds me of when us counted Tisha Torres out against Brianna Van Buren. Oh man, yeah, Brianna. Who did I pick at that? I can't remember. Seemed like I picked Tisha. No, did I pick Tisha? Yeah, I'm sure I did pick Tisha in that fight. Because that was when Tisha was on her losing streak. But I said, you know what? Tisha might have too much experience. I'm sure. I can't remember. Time flies, so many fights. Gary said Angela wants an easy fight next. Yeah, Carolina, right? Give her Carolina. Ernest said Lucinda might be an atom weight. She was looking pudgy in that straw weight. Yeah, that's a good fight, but also Loma versus Lucinda would be a barn burner. Bluebird, what's up? He said Loopy seemed to deflate after catching Hill with a couple of punches, but not being able to take her down in that first round. Yeah, it was almost like she stopped trying when one takedown attempt didn't work. Maybe 120, maybe that weight wasn't helping her. I don't know. But Angela Hill was quick this time too. Like when that one takedown attempt came, she popped back up quick. And Angela kept grabbing for a single leg too every now and then, like to kind of throw her off. Angela would grab that leg like she was going to take her down. Then she would start throwing shots and get out the way. So it was a smart fight. Good smart fight for Angela though. Yeah, so if she wants Carolina from here, good. Loopy, Loopy and Yasmin would be interesting. Yeah, Pinheiro. All good fights. Okay, so let's cover this real quick. This one's gonna be as quick as the knockout. OJ said you saw the girls fight before the co-main event and the co-main before the co-main event. Yeah, I did. I watched it again. I watched it last night. Hold off. We're gonna talk about that though. Loma needs to fix her boxing first. I agree. Yeah. J Ball said, I'll never forget when I thought Brianna was gonna win a unanimous over Torres. I can't remember who I picked, man, because I definitely like Brianna Van Buren, but I don't see myself picking against Tisha because I'm a Tisha fan. Was I throw it off too? Hey, hang on. There we go. Here's my video. Hold on. Let's see who I picked. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna bust out laughing if I pick Brianna. Hold on. I gotta watch my video. Hang on. I looked at my video. Yeah, I picked Brianna Van Buren. I sure did. I picked her. But in the video, I said it was a fanboy pick too. So yeah, because I was just picking her at the time. Yeah, she fooled us, Marcus. That's crazy. Yeah, I did. I think I did a fanboy pick because when it came down to, I knew Tisha was going. Tisha's never been hurt before. And I think I did do a live with that because in the video I said fanboy pick. I did a fanboy pick on it. So I should have did a real pick. Because if I did a real pick, I would have said Tisha. Oh man, I had to pull that up. Yeah, it was 2 years ago. Dayball said I think he kept saying Tisha face high level competition. Yeah, I did. And so because I was just so torn, I said, you know what, fanboy pick. A lot of people picked Brianna, ignoring Tisha who had lost her previous 4 fights. Yeah, that's a big part of it too. Like she didn't get stopped by any of them 4 fighters either. Millie and Yasmin were supposed to fight in Combate. They were, right? Ernest said, what's crazy is that Brianna legit stunned Tisha with that crazy upwards elbow from the clinch. And Brianna had just won her belt too. She was just a strawweight champion, and she was looking strong too. I mean, was I the only one that seen that? Oh, he said Melissa Martinez wrestling is suspect. Oh, did they just sign her? I have to go back and look at her. Who was she supposed to fight? Who was Melissa Martinez supposed to fight? YouTube user, what's up? He said Hill wants Carolina, who isn't even in the rankings. Says a lot. KK sort of reinvented herself with ATT, so I couldn't count her out against Angela. Yeah, man. I got me going back now. I was thinking back to Tisha and doggone Brianna. Yeah. Like I was saying, Brianna was strong, man. Like she was a little strong bull at the time. She was picking girls up in Vic FC. Like literally, she's like 4'11" or something. And she was picking them up and slamming them. Like I was like, this little bull is strong. So I thought she was gonna come in there with some Andrade strength, bring some excitement. But yeah, she proved me wrong. Tisha said, look, I'm still game now. I wonder where Brianna is at right now though. Like when's her plan to come back? Is she okay now? Ernest said Melly is fighting Elise Reed. Okay, she's gonna be fighting Elise Reed. That should be interesting. Elise's stand-up has been holding up well against certain fighters. Now, if I want to talk one pick, I did pick that one. Right, Elise Reed and Corey McKenna. Elise Reed still has a pretty good stand-up game, but as far as on her back, that's where she got to work. She's got to work on her fighting off the back. All right, sidebar. Yeah, UFC 279, Norma Dumont versus Danielle Wolf. Irene Aldana versus Macy Chiasson. Elise Reed and Melissa Martinez so far. Okay. And that is September 10th. I'm really curious as how Norma versus Danielle Wolf goes. Not like curious, like I think it's going to be explosive, but just somebody that doesn't even have any fights in the UFC, how they're going to do. What's that situation? Yeah, Ernest, they coming up, man. They trying to get spots in here, man. Like Tabitha Ricci, Haurigi. They're going to be mixing it up, boy. Oh, wow. You think Wolf will win a boring split decision? I don't know. I wonder if she's going to have power. She didn't have power in boxing. I wonder if she's going to have power in MMA. Like, I wonder if she's been working on that. I'm gonna go with Norma. Todd said Angela Hill and Carolee will be a good fight, very fan friendly. If Norma gets slumped from a straight down the pipe from Wolf, I'll be crying, laughing. Wow. Yeah, she can throw some straight, so we'll see if her power carries up, wearing MMA gloves, and if that's gonna help. So we'll see. Um, let's see. Yeah. Let's talk about this fight real quick. Yeah, Bluebird said Wolf's not gonna beat Norma Dumont. Um Cachoeira and Lipsky. Let's jump to this fight real quick. What do y'all think, man? Cachoeira versus Lipsky. Like, I thought Lipsky was gonna win this fight, at 125 for sure. Well, I won't say for sure, but I just stuck with her. Even at 135, I knew it was a big mistake. I said, you know what? I'm not just going to jump my pick here, but I think Lipsky's going to hold on and be strong and stay technical. But I knew it was over at 420 something whenever she got hit with a left hook and she went into the cage and she resorted to just swinging wild. I was like, okay, here we go. I was like, just keep swinging. It's over. I was like, it is over. All the while she's swinging in 3 seconds. I was just waiting on that one big shot from Cachoeira to catch her on the chin. And I was like, there we go. That's it. It was nothing. It was nothing else going to happen there. Like, Lipsky wasn't going to hurt Cachoeira. Maybe at 125, but not here. And not whenever she hurts you. Like, Cachoeira gets stronger for some reason. Like, when she hurts you, you ain't going to drop her. Like, Cachoeira is going to get stronger until she knocks you out. J-Ball said, I just knew something funny was going to happen in this fight. Yeah, I did predict knockout on somebody's end, and it was obvious, Zombie Girl at 135 was going to say, lights out. Lipsky got to go to Invicta. Yeah. I mean, she ain't going to fare well here. She's like, what, 2-5 or 3-5 in the UFC? Cachoeira's a zombie from back from the dead ever since that bus driver uppercut KO over Dobson. I remember that. I remember that and the actual bus driver knockout. So, yeah, that's what makes it funny. Gary Ball said Lipsky needs a layoff or to be cut. I think we all can agree there. Yeah, I don't think it's time for her to retire. I think somebody said she might need to retire, but yeah, maybe she just needs to go back. Go back to the drawing board. Yeah, Strays, I got that wrong. I thought Lipsky was smarter than that. I did too, but she got drawn into a slugfest, man. As soon as she got hit once, and she started bang, bang, bang trading, I was like, it's done. I said it was done before the right hand land. I was like, here we go. He says this is the first time I picked Priscilla to win a fight. That's crazy because, yeah, I think I picked. When have I picked her to win a fight? I picked Jin Yoon Kim, I think. Yeah, I picked Jin Yoon Kim. Yeah, I don't think I have either. And I still didn't. Sink said Lipsky reminded me of Cody Garbrandt after she got caught initially. Right. Which Garbrandt fight am I thinking of? The France fight? Lipsky post fight said that it was a bad strategy and would do better next time. Oh yeah, that was a bad strategy. Yeah. Because every shot she landed, Priscilla came back swinging harder. She came back swinging harder. James said Jocelyn probably whoops Cachoeira. Yeah, she's a beast too, man. If Cachoeira wants to stay at this weight, let's see her in there with those fighters. I think Straya suggested Jessica Rose Clark. Jessica Rose Clark, yeah, I remember too. Yeah, I was looking at some of her early fights again. You know, she likes to bang too. You know, she's pretty durable. She can box. Just as of lately, she's been getting taken down and getting submitted. But even then, she's got some wrestling too. You know, like she kept Jocelyn Edwards down. So like Jessica Rose Clark's her name, Jocelyn Nunez. Singh says she got a questionable IQ. Yeah, Lipsky does. Yeah. Lipsky's a sad case because she has the tools but lacks skill and IQ. Yeah. That's a yeah. Yep. Savannah Juarez, boy. Yeah, everybody been getting a win over her lately. I think Juarez in Rodriguez's corner. She was. Darby said, but does Cachoeira have a realistic chance of success at 135? I don't think she has a great chance. I'm thinking about it. Like, I don't think she does. Like, it'd have to be unranked fighters with, lack of ground game and, girls ain't gonna stand. Like, I don't think she gets in the top 15. Yeah, she'll get ragged out by bigger girls. Like, I think I talked about this in the video too. But yeah, the bigger the girls get, Sarah McMahon's, Macy Chason's, they'll knock her out. They will knock her out. So if she wants to stick around and just fight like lower level fighters, it's possible. But the minute she gets in there with big wrestlers, I don't know. How does she have the tools if she lacks skills? Who's that? You talking about Cachoeira? Well, no, she doesn't have. Are you asking me? Did somebody else ask that? Does she have the tools? Well, she does have the power. That's what I'm saying. She has to fight the lesser fighters. J-Ball said stay at 125. Yeah. If she wants to keep her brain intact and not wind up getting thrashed out for real, 125. See, Mario Bueno Silva, I think. Oh, you said Lipsky replies to a comment. Someone said, oh, okay. She's too small for 135. She'll become a highlight reel for those girls. Yeah. She could get some low rank wins, like might beat a Stephanie Edgar. Maybe. But yeah, if she wants to stay in her realm, 125 is realistic. She has reach. She's naturally athletic. Has a power. He says, I'm going to say Lipsky has tools but lacks skill. Right. Yeah, Lipsky's got, good tools, but just doesn't know when to use what's working for her, right? Yeah, she'll get thrown around. Like the minute you get into that heavier realm, I know we talk about bantamweight being, dry, but it's not that dry that Cachoeira can't catch a beating and get tossed around, right? Yeah, she can still get tossed around. Lipsky would never make 115. She might make. Stray says she might be better at 115. I don't think so. I don't think she could make 115. I know she kind of have a slim frame, but I think flyweight would probably be best for her. Yeah, I think flyweight would probably be best for her. Gary said any fighter that doesn't immediately wrestle that zombie has no fight IQ. Let me post that one because that's how it is. That's why when you asked, who asked that earlier? Somebody asked up in the chat, who had the worst game plan? It's got to be Lipsky, worse than Loopy. Loopy, like I said, had a chance. But you going in there with a monster puncher. The minute you resort to trying to slug with her, it's like, why? Yeah, J Ball said she's thicker than Rose as well. She's the perfect body for 125. Yeah, I think so too. Almost like I was telling somebody in the chat, like I'm not saying she has the same frame as Joanna, but like even Joanna, I think is killing herself to a point to make 115. Like Joanna to me has a perfect frame now over the past few years for 125. Like, yeah, Lipsy's has a little bit more hips to her, but I think they're kind of both like slim frame women, but still have a little bit of meat to them. So somebody like Joanna really kills herself to make 115 when she probably could have had more success at 125 had she started going that route like maybe 2020, 2019 maybe. Like I don't really think it's a weight issue with Lipsky. I think it's an IQ issue. Right? Cause trying to think of another example of somebody at 125 that's not huge, but's making it. Yeah, there you go. Right before I said it, I was trying to think. Yeah, Marina Moreau. Marina Moreau has like a similar frame as Lipsky. Yeah, and Moreau's strong at 125, and better IQ. I think Marina Moreau can make it if she just stays active. Also, Joanna, I think, was making 125 easier than she was when she first started. Easier now than she was when she first started. Really? I don't know. Let me see. Maybe because of her dietitian and everybody that was, she was the whole plan, the whole thing she was going through, I think with her diet plan and nutritionist, excuse me. Yeah, nutritionist. I remember her saying something about that before, having some issues. So she's a little rough too sometimes at them weigh-ins in the early days too, right? But I think just as you get older, that she probably would have been nicer at 125. That'd have been a good place for Joanna in the last couple years. Yeah. James said, unless you got real skill on the feet, then you can do whatever you want. Priscilla beat that on the feet, on the ground, easy work. Shoot, what is her name? Molly McCann. Yeah, Molly McCann beat her. Molly McCann put that box into her. Shoot, Molly McCann showed you she got somewhat of an IQ. So you want to doing one final run at 125 would have been good for her. Yeah. Like when I saw her fight Valentina at 125, I was like, yeah, this is an okay weight. I was like, okay, this is probably where she needs to be. She looks okay here. Her and Andrade, that would have been a good fight. Joanna and Andrade at the rematch at 125. That she want to do a BMF belt. Joanna versus Andrade, the rematch for that BMF belt at 125. You said, yeah, Joanna, yeah, she would have been good at 125. I think so. Yeah, I think with her slim frame, she could have put some muscle on, and she would have had the right style. She got good takedown defense too. She probably would have done well. Gary said, how would Tyler, Joanna versus Tyler have gone? Ooh, let me think, man. All depends on how Joanna's chin holds up to Tyler's heavy hands, and if she can really stop her takedowns too. That would be rough. That'd be a good fight though. But her speed, Joanna's jab, like, let's say if Joanna did do 125 the right way, I think she could have made it a competitive fight. But Tyler just being naturally bigger and stronger would probably get her down the same way Valentina did. Constantly take her down and just maul her and walk through some of her shots. Not without eating a few jabs though from Joanna. I have to say it'd be a competitive fight, but would it be a finish? I don't know, because I think JJ can hang and she is durable. 125 might have been good for her. So I think when it comes down to it, it'd be a tough fight, but eventually Tyler would get in her groove, get it where she needs to be, make it physical. Do what Claudia should have done in like their first fight, like where Claudia was having success. You'll see Tyler be able to do that more because he'll be bigger, stronger. I think Tyler will probably win by decision. Boy, Weili put Joanna out in that fight, though. I tell you what. Lisa Lipsky's chin will be a bigger target now. I like Ariane Lipsky bit. I think she needs a better boxing coach and strat. Yeah, she does. Straya said she didn't have that surgery and she is training already, apparently. She got a new team and everything, huh? Because, yeah, we got to talk about that tomorrow or something, or later this week. But her whole team's changed just about, hasn't it? I think her whole team has changed. Like, her coaches with the whole scamming deal. I was like, come on, please, Tyler. Don't say you did that. Yeah, Tyler's a big flyweight. She fought at bantamweight outside the UFC. Jay Wall said, "Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Tyler drama." Yeah, I talked about it Friday just a little bit, but I gotta actually sit down and because I just don't want to put things out and just you know what I mean. I just don't want to put stuff out there. I gotta read the articles again and read what Tyler said before we really get into that drama. I mean, I hate that it's coming up now because Tyler just came off of a good performance. Now you got your brother-in-law. Now you got your manager. Now you got this person making allegations about you, saying you scamming us. So, her husband was managing her, the business for her. She was saying she didn't understand contracts. So yeah, J Ball, her brother-in-law helped build a gym, and before it was something about before he got into training her, he didn't get along with his staff at the gym there in Brazil, so they let him go or he got fired or something. Then he went on to help train her, was promised some money. Can't remember the amount, but it was for 3 fights. Roxy, JoJo fight, and the championship fight, right? And he didn't get paid. Of course, it was all a verbal agreement with him being family. They just, he assumed too that, okay, it's the money you owe and y'all will pay me when you're ready. And he never got paid that. So then you got the manager asking for 20%. I'm like, wow, 20%, that is a lot. 20% is a lot. Yeah, James said, yeah, the brother or her husband was supposedly an Uber driver, and her husband told him he can coach at the gym to help make some money. That's what Tyler said. Yeah, 20%, bro. Yeah, 20%. And matter of fact, I'm gonna put the article here so you can read up on it, Jay, and we can have a discussion either Wednesday, Thursday. We talk about it a little bit because I'm gonna put it here just so y'all can, like 4 or 5 days ago. But like I said, sometimes people ask me about these things. I'm like, I just don't want to talk about it unless I know every deal. This ain't really like about a fight. This is all the behind the scenes where you hate to make assumptions, but like I really don't know who's wrong here for sure. But her manager was part of MTK Global too. And I mean, if you know boxing and you know MTK Global, put the name together and look it up. Y'all know the whole thing going on MTK Global before. Like I don't know J Ball if you follow boxing like that, but they had some issues. They got shut down or something like not long ago. Whole thing going on there. Yes, Trey said 3 sides to every story, his, hers, and the truth. Yeah. Which we never know. Yeah. That's why I say it's not, really something I can just go. I can give you the gist of just telling fighters and people in general what you should do. Like you have to read a contract before you sign it. You know, you don't make your way by just you're not going to make a successful way just by grabbing a contract and signing it. You have to understand it. And that's basically what I'm talking about. Is just saying, look, anybody before you sign a contract, read it. Also, even if you are dealing with a family member, you still have to get a contract. Gary said, were any contracts involved? Yeah, there was a lot of contracts. I don't know about with the brother-in-law, but yeah, there was contracts involved that she said she didn't understand. She said she didn't get a copy. She said she couldn't even read it or keep copies of it and couldn't understand how the clauses work. And I'm like, we in a day and age where you have to, we're in a day and age now where that ain't gonna fly. You can Google anything in your own language now, right? If you have access to it or you got people with access to it. So, and for her husband too, he should have been one to say, hey, we need a copy of this contract. We have to read it. We need a copy of it because this is part of our agreement, the manager and the fighter. But yeah, her manager is a member of MTK Global, like I said, I don't know at the same when he first signed her, but MTK Global, they haven't had like the best reputation. Gary said fighter husbands shouldn't be making fighters decisions. Yeah, I agree. Like a lot of that stuff, trainers dating their fighters, sometimes it just don't make the best business relationship. James Press said one coach is saying he didn't get paid for 3 fights. Yep. And another coach, manager saying he didn't get paid just for the bullet fight. Yeah, the manager wants 20% from that bullet fight. But yeah, it's her coach, the one coach, like assistant coach. He was supposed to get paid for Roxy, JoJo, and Valentina. Yeah, he's asking for 36,000. Yeah. Yeah, he said husbands shouldn't be making those decisions. No, Bluebird said JJ improved her preparation and diet after getting KO by Rose. Yeah. But last thing I wanted to talk about too here. Well, two things. Yeah. Yeah, Jay, it's all over the place. Yeah. That's why, yeah, it's true. You have their story, and the truth. But let's talk about Yasmin Harigi, Harigi a little bit here. This was a good fight of the night to me. Yasmin Lucindo definitely game. I'm gonna keep bringing up the age because this girl made her debut at 15 years old. This is a tough girl. Lucindo is a tough girl. So let's give her credit first. This girl got 18 fights and she's only 20. Made her debut at 15 years old, y'all. Made her debut in the fight game at 15 and gave a heck of a fight. Jorge, though, I just had to stick with her because higher level. She's fought higher level. She's fought higher level of fighters. And Jorge, to me, just has a lot of tools that I think are going to take her far. She's got similar things like when I seen Joanna first fight before she got to the UFC. Who else? Yeah, like really like that killer instinct like Joanna had. When I see her fight Combate, watched her fight through the tournament. I was like, this girl's got something about her. Like, she's really tough. Like, she's just like very technical. Take some chances in there, which, she'll have to tighten up on in the future. But yeah, Jorge to me has the goods. That's probably why they put her on the main card. They've been watching her. Had plenty of fights that come back to Dana and them. They've been watching. McMahon probably said, you know what? This girl's Mexican. They can build her following up. Let's throw her on the main card, right? And I was happy with that because I was a fan of, you know what I mean? I'm a fan of Manon, but they put her on the prelims, right? When she first started, she was on the prelims, and like a lot of fighters, they do. But finally, for once, one fighter I'm a fan of in WMMA, they put her on the main card. And when they put her on there, I knew she was going to explode, put on a good fight. Lucindo, scrappy. She tried to give as well as she took, but I think Yasmin Jorge just has a good well-roundedness about her. I think good combinations, strong in the clinch, mixes it up. Good leg attack, good jab. Yeah, J Ball said she looked great. Yeah, I was impressed with her. I was impressed. James said, stop playing. Great fight and would be fight of the night, but the co-main takes the fight, if not fight of the year. That was crazy. Co-main takes the fight of the night, if not fight of the year. Yeah, I enjoyed the fight. Yasmin Jorge, to me, I was fight of the night for me. Gary said co-main event became too one-sided to be fight of the night. Right. Yeah, this fight here was fight of the night because this girl Lucindo came to fight. As much as I'm bigging Jorge up, Lucindo still put that work in. She still made her fight, and there was some back and forth moments. She kind of rocked Jorge in the first round, but Jorge stayed calm, measured well, popping off some beautiful left hooks in this fight. I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was not the main event, but yeah, or the co-main event. Some of y'all are saying, but it was fight of the night to me. Gabriella, what's up? She said, I think Dana and UFC are going to build Yasmin and her fan base. Yeah, I think so too. I think they are. And, it's definitely a good investment for WMMA because, they know that with Joanna retiring, Rose taking time off, Whaley's still here, but, still a market with Whaley, but, now's the time to start transitioning into some more new blood too, right? Because, Whaley just bounced back with her first win after losing 2 straight to Rose. So now's the time to build somebody with a country behind them, right? So get Jorge in here now, put her on the main card, start matching her up with some good fights, and then maybe by the end of next year, or mid next year she'll be like top 15, right? So yeah, they're definitely looking at her. Definitely looking at her as a good investment. Cause yeah, it's that time. It's that time. I'm gonna keep the strawweight division going. Got to start bringing in some new blood here. Yeah, because Rose, I don't know when she's coming back. She said in the fall she's got to, lay out a plan to see when she comes back. But even then, that's up in the air. Um, Co-main event became too one-sided. Oh yeah, I read that. Yeah. Straight said Joe and JoJo Calderwood is retired as far as I know. Yeah, I mean, hopefully. James said, I get it. It was more competitive for the girls' fight with co-main. What is his name? Norwood was getting whooped and was coming back out of nowhere. It was like a movie. Yeah, usually when I think of fight of the nights, I'm looking at, that action-packed type fight, Whaley and Joanna, right? The first fight. That was it. That was like one of the best definitions as of recently. Gabrielle said, and she's friends and trains with Brandon Marino. Yeah, and that was her connection too, because she trains with she trains with Valentina as well, and Marino, he trained with Valentina, so yeah, her training with Valentina, that's telling you what level she's on, and she's looking like she's coming out learning stuff, and she's definitely putting it together, man. Darby said, "Am I the only member in the Carla Esparza fan club? Always root for her." No, you're not the only one. I catch flack for defending her. Like, I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan, but I'm not a hater of her either. Like, the choice she's making now, I'm not as mad as everybody is. Like, she doesn't want to fight Whaley in October, fine. And that makes a lot of people mad. I'm like, I don't care. If she wants to fight in November, December, so be it. It's not that far off. I mean, it's only a 5-6 month turnaround. She fought in May. Terrible fight in May, but I don't care. Yeah, I'm not like a huge fan, but if she fights, I watch it. I don't hate her at all. No, like, we'll go back and look at some of my videos, boy. So when I get to defending her, oh man. And I stand by what I say, She's not a coward. She's not ducking Zhang Wei Li to me. She's fought the best fighters before. She's fought Suarez. She's fought Joanna. So I stand by what I say, I can understand why people are fans of her, though. I understand why. But yeah. All right. We're about to wrap it up here. I got one more topic. Make sure y'all hit that like and like 12 or 13 people. It's been going a little over an hour now. Almost 10:30 here. Let's hit that like. And I wanted Straya asked about Kayla Cyborg. It ain't in the works. I was just over with BJ talking about it today, and I'm gonna be quick on it because these two have been going back and forth. And my thing is, Kayla Harrison and Chris Cyborg, I'm at the point where I'm just like, look, I'm done with the talk. Y'all need to just get negotiations going. What technically, Chris Cyborg is a free agent. Kayla's somewhat of a free agent. She has the freedom to go to Invicta, and fight with or other organizations, with some strings attached. But everybody knows that Kayla and Chris don't like each other. And they can't keep each other's name out of their mouth at this point, right? So to me, They just need to go ahead and do what they want to do and make this fight. I mean, the longer they wait, you're just aging Chris out. So whatever this new deal is that they put on the table, it would be ideal if they both just sign on and fight now. That's where I'm at with it. Some people ask me about it. I'm just like, you know what? I just want to see these two get this fight over with now. You know, with Chris getting up in age and looking for competition because she doesn't really have any now at Bellator. You know, go ahead and get this fight. Go ahead and get this fight. Let's see this article I was looking at here, where I know BJ was talking about this today, where Kayla wants to put up millions. PFL wants to put up millions for this fight. You got, hold on. Kayla putting it out there that they want to do this option here. Let's see. They could do winner takes all, or we can do when she loses, she gets to keep her purse. However she wants to work it out. You know, $1 million a piece, or, well, yeah, $1 million a piece, and the winner gets a $2 million bonus. Now, they really putting that up for sure? That's crazy. Yeah, straight as they just got to book it at this point. Just book it, because everything else being said now is just like all just unnecessary. It ain't even building it up at this point. It's just like unnecessary talk now. You got, they said Chris Cyborg is blocking Kayla on Twitter. Kayla's talking about Cyborg. Oh, I would run for me as well. You know, like if I was Chris, I would run for me too. Just a bunch of little back and forth antics. But my thing is, yeah, like I had somebody ask me about it, I'm gonna talk about it. And my thing is, I just want to see them set up a deal where it makes sense. And to me, this one makes sense. I think this is like a tournament. This is like the biggest reward they can get. This is more money than Amanda gets in her fights, more money than Shevchenko gets. They both can get well paid, and they can just shut one or the other up after this fight. I mean, look, Kayla said, look, $1 million purse, $1 million each. The winner gets a $2 million bonus. I know they would never do winner takes all, but still, like, yeah. She said, I'll speak to them on her behalf. I'll go through a full USADA drug test. You drug tested every day until the fight. If she's worried about that, she doesn't have to be drug tested at all. The only thing I ask is that they allow elbows so I can put one through her skull. Now, some of that talk is good, though. Like, all right, you know, that's some talk I like to hear, because you do need that kind of build up. Get some of that childish talk just gets on your nerves. But yeah, you know, she's speaking like somebody that wants to fight. I wonder if Chris will accept this offer at this point. You know, I know on Twitter she was a little bit more. She was a little bit more harder with it. Is what she said. I'll fight a juiced up Cyborg. I was like, wow. But at this point, just make it happen. Decimator, what's up? Straya said, what's the weight? 155 or catch weight? She didn't even put the weight out there yet. Like, she didn't even put a weight out there. I think 155 is not a bad idea for Kayla's lightweight belt when she wins this. I think 155 would suit both of them. I know Kayla can make 145. You know, she's did it in Invicta. So let's put it in Kayla's and Cyborg's realm, because I think that's a weight that would favor both. You know, just so nobody's making excuses about being drained. You know, Zama said, "Why is Chris boxing? She always has something blocking her from a big fight." Yeah, she's about to make her boxing debut, and my thoughts on that: is it going to lead to a Katie Taylor fight? Maybe, maybe not. I think a Kayla Harrison fight is a much better investment because the money is there. Everybody knows women's boxing isn't hitting that hard. I mean, if it's her, fine. She likes to test herself in martial arts. But hey, you want to do it? Go ahead and do it. But just know that Katie Taylor, that fight might not be there like the Kayla Harrison fight is. Kayla Harrison fight is there. It's there now. Katie Taylor could do a Serrano rematch or just continue to fight on until she retires. Never really showed an interest in Chris to me. So it'd be smart of her to just do this Kayla Harrison thing and do it for the money and the bragging rights, right? Because this is her world, MMA. Her boxing debute's not coming against the best opponent. It's somebody that Amanda Serrano has already cut down and beat before. So even for Chris, that is a step down. You expect her to take on a better quality of opponent. What is her name? Silva, right? Chris Cyborg is taking on a young lady that's been fighting MMA and boxing. Where is it? Hold on. What is her name? I forget it. Yeah, Simone Silva. Yeah, Simone Silva. Boxing. Let's pull up her resume here real quick. 17 and 21. Is that including everything? Holy wow. I know I looked at this before, but doggone, man. Yeah, Amanda Serrano beat her like 2 years ago. That was before she went on this losing streak. Yeah, Amanda Serrano stopped a while back. Zhang Wei Li beat her in MMA. Dang. This girl got quite a resume. She gets around. You see, boxing, she's won 2 fights, and that's it. So, yeah, from a technical standpoint, Chris can do way better than that. They could have got her a way better opponent than that, man. This is her boxing record alone. Let's see. 1, 2 wins. She lost to Shelly Vincent. Shout out to Shelly. I know her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a minute. 1. And wow. And she's fighting in August. Simone Silva got a fight in August. Then she fighting Chris in September. Wait a minute. She just fought and she lost. She just fought, Jessica Camara. So that's another loss. So she lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She's 2 and 10 in boxing. All right. So she's 2 and 10 right now in boxing. Yeah, Gary Ball. Yeah, she lost to Wei Li MMA a few years back. But her boxing career is 2 and 10. Yeah, so deep down, Chris could do way better with that. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, Jay's Ball. Yeah, she gets around, man. Boxing and MMA. Ooh. High five. What's up? Simon said Chris Cyborg's ducking machine, to be honest. Dang. Look, I'm definitely going to say that if you really want the $1 million deal and you want the big money and you want bragging rights, you go for Kayla Harrison. Like, I'm not the biggest Kayla Harrison fan or like a big Kayla Harrison fan, but I know where she stands now, and there's money to be made from Kayla, and there's a belt to take because that's where everybody knows you. So your bragging rights is in MMA. Simone Silva's not really going to do anything for her. Katie Taylor or Amanda Serrano's not really going to do anything for her if she if she wants to keep acknowledging Kayla, then you should get that fight with Kayla. High Five says Carla gonna retire soon. I don't think so. I don't think so. Might depend on how the Whaley fight goes, but yeah, I don't see her retiring anytime soon. Yeah, that's just my thoughts. Like, I was just really looking at the resume too of Simone Silva. Now that I added up 2-10, that's not really an impressive fight. Like, Chris Cyborg is actually doing like young fighters that don't even have like a resume in martial arts. They fight in like the lowest of the low. Like, I know guys who fought people that were 3-20, 7-30, but that's because they're like 15 years old or 17 years old. But me, for Chris, she should be fighting some bigger fighters with girls like Hannah Rankin, with a little bit better resumes, at least like the C and B of boxing. Because beating Simone Silva is not going to really make her a threat to Katie, to me. I just had to sidebar on that boxing thing because, I think MMA is where she should stay, and this is the fight to make. What's the better fight? Cyborg Harrison, Nunes Harrison. I think Chris Cyborg, Kayla Harrison. I think it'll be interesting. I think that fight will be interesting because, we'll see if Chris Cyborg's aged a little bit, right? We'll see if she's aged a little bit, if she can handle somebody that big and that strong. I just think Nunes is on a different path now. I think that still would be a rematch I would watch, Cyborg and Nunes, but I think at this point I'd rather just see Cyborg Harrison. At 155. James, of course, Chris is not scared of Kayla. Too soon to be called either one a duck. I just feel like Kayla wants it, and I think it will happen in 2023. See, it's hard to say like she really wants it too, because like it seemed like this talk only comes up whenever the PFL season is in motion. You know what I mean? Like, whenever, fights are already scheduled, she calls Chris out, to me. And now that Chris is, went the boxing route, now they're putting this offer out because she signed on to the boxing deal before this $1 million offer was offered too. So I don't know. They need to just put everything aside and say, you know what? Chris Cyborg said, you know what? Let's do this cross promotion deal. I'm a free agent. I signed the PFL for one fight. Let that be Kayla Harrison. Kayla Harrison need to say, after this season of PFL, all I want is Chris. All I want is Chris. If I said Manon will lift up Chikage like she did against Myra, she used to throw her out like that, like Andrade did her in the previous years of fighting. Oh, yeah, boy. Manon Firo's got this fight. A couple more months, man. I can't wait. Jay Walsh, I just want to give it a little bit more time before I officially call the duck, where it started to look like a duck from Cyborg's end. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to give it some time. I'm definitely going to give it some time on both sides here. Darby said Chris ain't ducking nobody. Chris hates Kayla. Why should she reward someone who works for a company that constantly disparages her? Plus, Kayla needs Chris for her legacy. Chris doesn't. Yeah. Like, Chris can go all, she can go all the way out now, leave, and be considered that great to a lot of people, because she's for the organization world champion. Boxing might just be another thing she just wants to try out before she retires. So but they continue to speak each other's name. That's why I'm just like, let's see it now. I feel like Cyborg Kayla is more likely to happen than Nunes Kayla. Yeah, I do too, James. I'd rather it happen. I think Cyborg Kayla should fight at 145, not 155. I like that. I like 155. Gary said, "Who should Karate Hottie fight next?" Emily Ducote. I think Emily Ducote would be a good fight. High Five said Andrade is ready for Rose when she decides to come back. Yeah, that's still a good fight. Said Whaley's a new exciting fighter to watch, replacing Rose. Everything about her is up front. Yeah, I like Rose Andrade 3. Can't wait for that to happen. I don't know if it will, but you know, it should. He won't say, I don't care who Michelle fights as long as it's on the early prelims. He didn't even say prelims. He said early prelims. He want to make sure he misses. He said early prelims. He talking about the card they show on UFC Fight Pass at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. James Preston 155 favors Kayla greatly, I think. You think so? I thought it would help Chris as well. Like, I thought, you know, at Chris's age, it would be a benefit for her to be at 155. Because I'm trying, yeah, maybe 150. Yeah, so it's got to be somewhere in the middle. It's got to be somewhere in the middle, man. I don't care. Oh, yeah, I read that. Yeah, I mean, Chris, not forced to fight, but not a great look. And can't blame Kayla for fighting bums if she don't fight her. Yeah, she is big, though, man. But I just think that extra power and skill with Chris Cyborg, it should be no problem. It should be no problem. Because I was looking at one of her, you know, weight cuts, and I was like, you know what? Chris might actually be better at 155. Because, yeah, I thought 155 would be like right for both of them. Because I don't want to hear Kayla say 145 is killer, or, you know, that'd be an excuse if she lost. All right, Stray said he's out. J Wells said Chris is super big. She just makes 145 because she has to. Right. Kayla's in the same boat. I think they're both huge. Yeah, I think so too. Like, I was watching Chris when she was sparring Clarissa Shields, and like she wasn't even on weight, and like she looked small compared to Clarissa Shields, but she was pretty wide. Gary said Emily versus Angela Hill should be next. To be honest, Michelle would run from Ducote. Angela Hill. That'd be an ultimate test for her, right? I would say Michelle Waterson because it's a high rank for her. Because, you know, Emily's already number 15. And that would get her closer. Because, you know, I think Emily has a lot of experience. And, yeah, not even looking at the style, just giving her a number. Michelle has the fight down because she lost her last fight. So, yeah, I think her and Ducote would be good. All right, still got 15 of y'all in here. I'm about to get up out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button, though, as y'all join. Got a couple of any other questions before we get up out of here? Let's see. Andrade is the only fighter who would make people believe in Rose again if she wins. That's the real wise to make. It is a good fight too. It's good action. Zama said Hill beats Ducote. You know what? I'm not even going to disagree with that. And I like Ducote too. You know, I was watching. When I was watching that fight, I thought of Ducote today, and I was like, how was she fair against Angela Hill? I don't know, because Jessica Panay was touching Ducote. Yeah, Jessica Panay opened up Ducote's nose. She had her running. She had her leaking. So again, if you're an offensive boxer with no head movement, Angela Hill's gonna have success. So matching them up style wise, I think Waterson's a winnable fight. Angela Hill might be giving her some problems. And that's just being honest, Style wise, yeah, Angela Hill might give Dakota some issues. Because she's got a good timing down whenever she gets into a rhythm. She's got a good right hand. But yeah, I think Waterson's a better name because of the ranking and style. Angela can have fun with this type of stationary fighters that aren't going to take her down. High Five said Durn versus Yon winner to fight Rose if Rose doesn't want to fight Andrade. I like that fight. I still want Marina versus Rose though. I don't know. Mackenzie Dern versus Yon, that was tough to pick. I think we all knows what happens if he gets to the ground, though. It's all Mackenzie Dern. But if Yon keeps it standing, it's her fight to win. Gary Ball said Hill was getting touched by Hannah Cyphers. I'm going to go back and look at that. Yeah, I think she was, right? Well, Hill's, Hannah Cyphers got pretty good hands, But, that was a while back. I think Angela, she's got a good measuring stick of a jab, and if she commits to it, she can get it done. Oh boy, let's see what else. Yeah, Emily Ducote though, I like her though. I do like her. She's got skills. Emily Ducote, Yasmin Harigi. Who else? Cheyenne Valismus. There's some of the future of the strawweight division, man. Along with Yasmin Lucindo. Angela should fight girls in the ranking, not Ducote. She's getting old in these times. She needs no time as she looks better against Lupi and some people she beat Lemos last time. Some people think she beat Lemos last time. Okay. You mean higher rank because, Emily Ducote's ranked. Emily Ducote's like 14 now. James Press said, do you think that the difference in stand-up is much bigger in Cyborg's favor or on the ground in Kayla's favor? I think the stand-up is a big... Let me see. You mean stand-up is much bigger in Cyborg's favor? Yeah. Because I think, Chris still has a pretty good ground game. Her grappling is still... her grappling is still good. Her grappling is good. Her jiu-jitsu is good. So I think Chris can still hold her on if she gets taken to the ground. Whereas Cyborg wins the stand-up battle to me. I don't think Kayla stands a chance when it comes to the stand-up. Big difference. Chris's stand-up I think is just too many levels above Kayla's stand-up. But on the ground, Kayla could win on the ground because she's so much bigger and stronger. Well, I won't say stronger yet because they haven't fought. Because she's so much bigger and I'll say athletic. And she is strong. Okay, yeah, you meant high ranked girls. I got you. High five. Okay, so I think Chris still have a good chance even off of her back in that fight. But if they chose to stand, that'd be a big mistake for Kayla. Whereas Chris still has a fighting chance on the ground. Yeah, J-Ball said, yeah, stand up by 4. James said, okay, but do you think Kayla can take her down easily or not really? If she struggles to take her down, Cyborg whoops her easy. Cyborg's got pretty good takedown defense, though. Have you seen some of her latest fights? I've seen some. Can't remember who it was. grabbed the leg and tried to take her down, and she just, stayed on her feet with ease. And I can't remember who it was, but Kayla won't have an easy time taking her down. Because you got to remember, she's not going to go in there as wild as she does against some of these other fighters. While she's thinking of a game plan, Chris is going to establish a straight jab on her and some good hard leg kicks. Eventually she might get her down. She could catch a leg or two, but I don't think Kayla's going to take her down with ease. She'll have to work for it. Believe me, she'll have to work for it. Because in 5 rounds, yeah, she's bound to get her down. J-Ball said, I think Kayla would probably get a few takedowns, but Chris is going to pop right back up. Yeah. Yeah, she definitely has a chance, though. She's big, she's quick, she's got the burst. But she's a 2-time gold medalist in judo. Got the size, didn't really watch her fights, but taking Chris Cyborg down was only one victory. It's hard. If it's hard, then I favor Chris Cyborg. Yeah, she's got the judo, but you got to remember, like, Chris still works on takedown defense, and Chris grapples with men. She's grappled with strong men before, and she has a good wrestling background too. Like, she's put it all together. Ground is going to be on Kayla's side, so that's where she needs to be. She just has to be ready. And she better hope time is on her side. Let's be honest. Kayla's got to hope for time to be on her side, because you want to hope Chris is slower. She's going to want that all in her factor, because if not, Chris Cyborg will put a striking clinic on. Yeah, Chris, J-Ball, Kayla's fast now. Like, that girl is quick. As big as she is, she's quick. Like, she is not slow. Like, she is quick. Like, she's great shape, athletic, and the way she storms in on these girls, like, she's like a football player. You know what I mean? Oh, Darby said he's trying to copy that link. Don't copy it, man. You might open some kind of virus on your computer. Yeah, Marcus already deleted it, so. I can't stand how they do that. They just all pop up. No, dude, he said don't delete it. Yeah, do y'all think people overrate Molly McCann striking? Let me see. I don't. I personally don't. I think it's just good for where she fights at. Like, she's a good boxer, don't get me wrong, but even average strikers figure it out. Like, Jillian Robinson's not the greatest striker, but eventually she made adjustments and submitted her. Tyler Santos figured it out, beat her. So I don't really think people overrate it. I think they're more so into her energy and her attitude. Because me, I never overrated. Like, Aaron Blanchfield gonna be a big test for her. If she can't outbox and outstrike Aaron Blanchfield, it's over. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really see people overrate it like they would overrate Macy Barber as a whole fighter. Like, yeah, I think she's where she needs to be. Jay Wall said nobody overrates it. It's just she has some good highlights. She's likable, right? Yeah, like, she's just really, got you remember she got a country behind her. People like her attitude and the trash talk, and yeah, she's likable. But as far as her skills, like, no, like, Oh, J Ball said Aaron whoops Molly. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody with a good ground game and good uh well roundedness, they're gonna beat her. Tyler, I think Aaron will. The jiu-jitsu's on point. Jillian. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, people. Yeah. Aaron Blanchfield's from Jersey, but that tells you something. That tells you something. Like if people come to Madison Square Garden and cheer Molly, that just tells you how big her fan base is. Where Blanchfield is from New Jersey, that tells you how these fighters really need to promote themselves outside of Molly. Yes, I don't think Molly has that big of a big an advantage in striking over Aaron. Yeah, Aaron's got a good kickboxing back. I won't say fully on background, but she's been working on it. Kickboxing's pretty good. Yeah, J Ball says she's very unathletic. Yeah, I don't see her making too many improvements in wrestling outside of what she does. With her hands. She's not really that dangerous. Like where Manon, she can strike, but Manon can still clinch up, take you down, ground and pound. She's wrestling, grappling. Manon has a bag of tricks on her. Yeah, Molly's got short arms. She got short arms, but she had some timing down because she was landing right hands on Tyler Santos. She was stepping in, landing her right hand. And, eventually, yeah. See, J Ball said it too. Yeah, she's got good timing. Yeah. What she lacks in length and reach, she makes up for in timing. Like hands are slow, but I was surprised. Like she was tagging Tyler with these right hands once. I was like, dang, like she might knock Tyler out with these right hands. Of course, Tyler made a good adjustment and started taking her down and fighting her in the tie clinch a little bit, tearing that body up. But yeah, she's got short arms. Hey, she beat Cachoeira too. I ain't gonna knock her there. So she got somewhat of an IQ. Yeah. She does, Gary. She has some. Yeah, that was when I saw it that night. I was like, that fight, Mara Barella. Mara Barella was touching her too a while back, and I was like, you know what? Like, it was like Tyler's gonna make it to the top, but I was like, when you eventually fight Valentina, you can't have this spotty defense. Yeah, but her striking defense, some of them, you know, some of them fighters like her, even Jennifer Maya, they got good boxing, but their defense, their lack of defense, man, is pitiful sometimes. Like they're powerful, they can choke these girls out, but like when their basic head movement and defense doesn't come into play, well, I don't think a lot of these girls are working on that either. Like I don't think they have those type of trainers that are helping them become slick, which is sad. Like I know Manon does, she's working on boxing drills, moving her head. Wei Lee's been working on it. Um, who else works on that type of stuff? Grasso, of course, Rose does. Dang, Zama says Manon beats Tyler. Whoops, Tyler. Okay, James Press said Islam versus Charles is an 8-fight main card. Are you serious? 8 fights? They got to change that. Hold on. Are you serious? Well, people are paying for it. It might pay-per-view card. You guess they trying to get people their money's worth now, huh? Since pay-per-views is going up. 10 a.m. in the morning, October 22nd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 5. It's 5 fights. Hold up, though. No, the main card so far is starting with Darius and Gamrot. Oh, that sucks though, man. Caitlyn and Manon is on the prelims. Marina Rodriguez and Lemos is on the prelims. No, they gotta fix that. These ladies need to be on the main card. Yeah, look at Tapology. Tapology is only 5 fights. Nah, man, I don't like that, man. They better put Manon and Marina on the main card. I know people want to see them early and get it out the way, but they deserve to be on the main card. Darby said Pena definitely ain't working on head movement while having her coaches address this. That's the problem. Like they don't they want to work on her strengths, I guess. They don't I don't see the link, James. Repost it. Like they're good coaches, they definitely work on like the basics, but head movement, that should have been a thing. They should have been working on that. They should have been working on that with her. Why they don't, I don't know. Maybe it's because, like I said, she's a reckless type of fighter and likes to run in. And she said it herself, I like to go into the fire. So she doesn't mind taking punches. So if somebody has that mindset, you're not really going to teach them hit and not get hit, right? James said, but no one in Kagan should start the main card if the order's right on that link. Oh, if it's an 8 fighter? Hopefully you're right. Hopefully it is an 8 fight card. Then they can kick it off. No, man, but Lemos and Marina need to be on that card. And Manon. Kagan. Yeah, and that's another thing to add. Like Gary said, sometimes fighters don't listen to their coaches. Yeah, Marina Lemos is on the prelims, man. So yeah, Tapology has it listed as a 5 main event with Gamrot, Darius. That's the first fight. Jan O'Malley second. Muhammad and Brady third. Sterling Dillashaw, Oliveira, and Islam. And maybe because it's an early card too, so I don't know. Maybe they just want. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. No, it ain't got nothing to do with it. They just need to put them on there. Yeah, J Ball says some people are defensively sound. I don't think Pena will ever have good head movement, but they can get her. Yeah, they can definitely get her shell together. Yeah, like the way her head tucks, like use them shoulders. Oh yeah, you ain't got O'Malley and Sean. Yeah, you ain't got Sugar Sean O'Malley and Yawn. Yeah, okay, yeah, that was probably wrong then. Yeah. Just look at the Tapology one. Hold on. Granted, nobody pulls it out, but this is the one here, James. Actually, Marina and Lemos will probably be no. Never mind. Hopefully they switch it up because Zubaira and Lucas are looking like the headline of the prelims. They need some more women on this card though. This is UFC 280. I thought there was some more women on this card. I guess not. It sucks. Wow. Well, oh wow. This is this ain't fight related, but this whale almost swallows a wow. Whale swallows two-person kayak. Whale swallows two women, then spits them out. Damn. Humpback whale swallows a kayaker. Wow, man, that's crazy. That was off topic, but I just came across it. Damn. J-Boss, I'm looking at on ESPN as of right now. They have Manonich Kagan as the opener. Okay. Look on ESPN. He said if it's 5 fights, they should open with Sugar or have them before co-main, not have them after the first fight of the main card. Yeah. Let me look at ESPN's lineup. This is ESPN 280. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that. No, I don't. I want them to be on the main card. Chikagan is opening. Marina and Amanda's the featured bout. Yeah, okay, I see it in the prelims. And then the main card is all men. Okay. Okay. Well, at least if we don't want to pay for the pay-per-view, we don't have to, right? We can go ahead and watch the fight. So, that's a plus for people that don't want to pay for pay-per-view. Because our main events are Chikagan Manon, Marina Lemos, however you want to put it in order. That works for me. That's crazy though, Jane. She's earned it. They just ain't gave it to her though. She's earned it. The beast, the real beast, has earned it. Watch out now. The real beast is gonna come in here and dominate Chikagan. I like Chikagan too, but hey, nah, Manon's got this. This is for James right here, right there. James, the beast is coming. And on that note, I'm about to get up out of here. We've been kicking it for about 2 hours. I got something I want to eat here. I'm getting hungry. No, James, she's not bowing down to nobody. But yeah, I'm out. All right, James, he said good night. J-Ball said good night. Hit that like on your way out, guys, if you haven't. Hit that subscribe. We 20 away. We 20 away from 1,000 now. We getting there. 20 away from 1,000. 20 away from 1,000. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll catch y'all Wednesday. And yeah, we'll talk about that Tyler thing too, man. Just for the heck of it. So on that note, Combo Breaker 99, I am out. Y'all have a good Monday. Subscribe. Peace.